can you name an amendment other than the first, second, or fifth? What's the number? What's in it?
Crowds of people being unable to catch shuttle buses.
USA! USA!
But you're completely out of your mind if you think the Russians bug you. Don't be able.
Oh Lord, the police are coming.
Hey, it's me, the Soy Pill. I went to Coachella and the lineup sucked this year. Unlike the Arizona Trump rally, where you could park across the street, this rally had 3 parking lots, where you would wait for a school or prison bus to drive you to the Coachella grounds. Here's a look at the instructions from the Trump campaign that look like they were made by a 5th grader in PowerPoint, complete with Microsoft Word red misspell squiggles. When we got into the parking lot, we got a wristband for the bus and had to wait in this line. His fans waited for hours in excruciating heat just to see him say the same things he says at every rally. So dedicated is an understatement. The very first thing we encountered was a fight happening between Trump supporters and a crazy conspiracy theorist. Almost every time this guy opened his mouth, he caused a shouting match with everyone around him.
But you're completely out of your mind if you think the Russians bug you. Don't be able. Don't be able. What kind of proof do you have the Russians spoofed his earpiece?
And he's not pro-Trump because Trump is controlled by Putin.
Right now, he's trying to tell people that it wasn't the Russians that spoofed his earpiece battery.
When did they do that?
Huh?
When? Like, when was this?
Well, you know the song Blueberry Hill?
I don't.
I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill.
Okay.
So Vladimir Putin made a very famous music video of him performing that.
In that he revealed that he bugged
In that he telegraphed as bad as most people telegraph before a fight.
Yep, this cringy video of Putin singing Blueberry Hill was actually a secret message about controlling Donald Trump through an earpiece.
Blueberry Hill, when I found you, the moon stood still.
If you're wondering why he's carrying 2 phones, it's because he's live streaming on X and Instagram at once. But when we zoomed in on his phones, you can see that he's prophesizing the truth to 0 viewers. Now, he's also anti-Trump because Trump is pro-nuclear weapons. And nuclear weapons, cause quantum explosions throughout the galaxy.
What people are learning about nuclear weapons is they are universally prohibited because of quantum entanglement. Supposedly, quantum entanglement follows the path of gravity. When you create the primary fusion reaction, it creates secondary reactions because of quantum entanglement. Those reactions follow the path of gravity to the center of our galaxy eventually.
Okay. I didn't think his schizo rant would take so long, so I had to follow him through the line. And that's when he dropped his major prediction.
You never heard about May 1st?
No.
Man, they've been planning this forever, man. Don't you get high? So May 1st, it's the tsunami in San Diego. And then a couple days later, like on the 3rd, then LA is going to get like a mega quake, like a big quake.
How are they going to cause it?
Again, man, you put a large enough explosive in a fault line, send something with a hypersonic right down a fault line, man, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want.
So you believe the Democrats don't control the weather, it's the Republicans?
Nobody controls the weather, man. They enhance the weather with nuclear weapons.
Okay.
So yeah, stay out of San Diego on May 1st, everybody. But how could he know all of this? Well, he has clandestine connections.
If you ever hear my name, it's more than likely going to be closely to another name that you might know from history. I might not even want to mention it around here. It might make people too skittish.
Does it rhyme with John Milk Spoof?
No, Osama.
Osama?
That's where people know me from.
Oh, you know the guy?
I just know him.
You know of him or you know?
No, I know him.
The Trump supporters, of course, took issue with this idea of nuclear bombs being tested on Americans.
I don't think they're using nuclear weapons in the oceans. That would be very prevalent. Well, then where are all the dead fish? There should be tons of dead fish, whales, and
Where are all the dead people? Where are all the dead people from the Holocaust?
Okay, that's the signal to move on. But don't worry, he'll be back. Many of Trump's loyal supporters couldn't make it into the parking lot, so they considered hopping over the wall and cutting in line.
Look at all these illegal immigrants trying to go over my wall, these horrible people, all these nice Trump supporters, they wait in line, and then these people, they cheat, they come over, they're not following the rules, it's very bad.
Trump even has British supporters, like this refugee from the third world dystopian city of London.
So you're British?
Yes, sir.
What part of British?
London.
What brings you to America? Why are you a Trump fan?
So I moved to America in 2018 for a job.
Illegally or illegally? Are you
Legally, you know, it took a while. Yeah, it took 2 years of waiting to get my green card after we got married. And I did it the right way, and it's definitely frustrating to see that I could have just got through quicker if I just skipped across the border in Mexico.
I was going to say, what's your number one Trump policy? Is it immigration?
Yeah, I would say so, because I tell you, I come from the future. It's called Europe, where the globalists have already destroyed it. And what they're doing to America, I've just seen this movie before. They did it in Europe, and it's not the same place it used to be. It's not the same place I grew up in.
What did they do?
They've flooded the continent with migrants from what I like to call the third world. And if you import the third world, you become the third world. I tried to move away from that, and I can see them doing the same thing here, and it's just not. Donald Trump is not part of the program, and I'm a big fan of that.
Third world is a pretty harsh claim coming from a guy whose country eats this for breakfast. But maybe there's a silver lining here.
But I can't vote, so I'm not really sure if you should be listening to me.
Oh yeah! Well, you know what I think? Who cares what you think? You're a
British.
Can you give me your best American accent?
Dude, I'm American the whole time. I'm from Calabasas. I'm just
Hell
messing
yeah.
with you.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. You didn't just say that was it. I just did it. And you're like, when are you going to stop?
No, was that your
That was it. Was it that bad?
I guess I didn't notice any change.
That's the
And
best
one
I
last
got.
thing. Well, can you say bottle of water?
Bottle of water.
Oh, thank you, sir.
One of the most baffling interviews I had was with Bradley Cooper's stunt double. Just like the people at the Arizona rally, he was convinced that things were rigged against Trump. Because look how many more people are here than at the Kamala rally.
Look at all these people.
So many people over here. You think Kamala would even have like 1/10 of this? Like they should just cancel the election. Like here, win. Like, I don't like how LA it's very corrupt. Like the voting thing is corrupt. I don't trust in LA system. Like there's a certain darkness in LA, and they're just always trying to make sure whatever happens, it turns blue. They're always, no matter what, trying to make it turn. Yeah.
Well, you don't think that maybe there's like more Democrats than like Republicans, or?
No. There's more people that love. Not even Democrat, Republicans. They love Trump. There are a lot of people that love Trump, but they're also scared to like come out and talk and be the one like, oh, I love Trump, because they're scared they're gonna get judged.
Silent majority.
Most people, they're inside, they like Trump. They all know it too.
At least he's cool with getting rid of the Electoral College.
Isn't it sad that all of these people's votes won't matter in California too?
That's what. Yeah, it sucks.
Would you get rid of the Electoral College so we could have all these votes count, or no?
I mean, yeah.
What's your favorite Trump policy?
Policy?
Yeah.
The illegal immigration. Because if you want to do something, do it legally. Very simple. Do the paperwork, do what you got to do, and then come in legally. The ones that are, the dark ones, the ones that are doing bad things and have bad intention and all them, they're the ones that usually end up hopping the fence and wanting to come in.
Yeah, don't worry. This guy wasn't being racist when he said dark ones are coming over the border. He just thinks the border crisis is part of a larger battle between the eternal forces of good and evil.
The dark ones, like you mean like the bad ones? Or
Yeah,
what do you
the
mean?
dark souls. The ones that are like up to no good, like the criminals, that the ones that have this like even like reptilian, like snaky thing in them that always has to do something bad. Like they can't be on the side of light, because right now it's good versus evil, light and dark. You can see the duality and everything.
Can we do a little role play? Can you pretend I'm an illegal immigrant? Like, what would you say to me?
I mean, if you were illegal immigrant right now,
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on who you are, how you are. Are you coming here to like help the country, or are you coming to use the country to destroy it? Like, if you come here and you want to do good, yeah, we'd want you to stay because you're gonna improve the country. But if you're gonna come here and just suck all our resources and not really do anything, if anything, be a harm to the country, it's better for you not to even be here.
So let's say I hopped the border illegally. I didn't follow the rules, but I want to start a business and hire a bunch of Americans. What would you say about that?
As long, yeah, you're hiring American, that's okay. It's all about the person. Like it's all about to see how much they really want to be American, how much they love America.
And just like John from the last video, he weirdly seemed okay with illegal immigration so long as the illegal immigrants agreed with him.
Are you for mass deportations?
The thing is, like, if someone's with their family and like they're loving people and they're just innocent, they're good, and half their family lives here and they came illegally because they want to be with them, like I want them to stay because they want to be with their family and they want to do good. But if it's someone that just escaped and just because he's a criminal and he came here and
so mass deportations for the criminals, for the dark, the light people, they can stay. Case by case sort of thing.
That's the thing. You can't just, it has to be case by case.
Stay safe, drink water. Can we get a flex for Trump right now?
Yeah.
Flex for Trump.
Yeah, Trump.
Don't forget to bring a book to the gym. At a certain point, our line looped around, and our conspiracy theorist was once again in direct line of sight with the supporters who tried to fight him.
Yeah, go do whatever you want to do. Just, we're voting for Trump. You go yourself.
As long as you're not with me, I'll leave you alone.
want to hear your voice anymore.
I'm not with you. Go yourself.
No.
And this time, the police were called.
Who are you here to support, Trump or Kamala?
Neither.
Neither.
I'm here to support my wife and everything, but
Oh, that's sweet.
oh lordy, the police are coming.
But not to arrest the guy being held back and screaming slurs, but the conspiracy guy, who, as far as I could tell, hadn't threatened anyone.
His cult is growing bigger. All right. He's being arrested. They're arresting him for telling the truth.
Just a man with some ideas.
The police looked for witnesses to question, and I heard them give statements like, he was talking about bombs. He said he was friends with Osama bin Laden, which, yeah, was technically true. He did say all of that, but he wasn't threatening to bomb people, and they were making him sound like a terrorist. So I was afraid that this guy who did nothing wrong was gonna get thrown in Guantanamo. I tried telling the sheriff he was innocent, but they didn't write a single thing I said down, and were much more intent on getting the story from the ones talking about bombs and terrorists. It really seemed like this sheriff's office was hungry for a story, which checks out because they also arrested a man with a firearm and called it a potential third assassination attempt, but they released him on bail, and the Trump campaign denies it. Anyway, I checked arrest reports and I didn't see our conspiracy theorist for that day, so they either let him go outside, or he's been black bagged by Homeland Security and we'll never hear from him again. So after around 3 hours, the line stopped moving, and according to security, the rally was declared at capacity by the fire marshal. Many Trump supporters complained about the fire marshal being a Democrat who was trying to suppress the people's voice, by ensuring their safety. But this is the crazy part about the tickets for this rally. You RSVP on the website and get a confirmation, but they don't check it on the way in. You don't pay anything, and it doesn't guarantee you a spot. So people may travel for hours, wait in line for even more, almost pass out from heat exhaustion just to not be able to enter because they overbooked. By the way, if any of you are considering going to these events, be careful when giving them your phone number, because Trump will text you like your crazy ex. Watch your back. Make sure nobody sees your screen. Are you voting for Trump? Please don't give $5 to help Dad before his critical deadline. I'm serious. Don't. It's Don Jr. Are your notifications turned off? Can you chip in $5 so I know you're getting my text? One friend request. What if I told you $12 could win this election? Please tell me give $12. If I say please,
the fitness gram pacer tip.
Of course, all of those links lead to the donation website. But my favorite one was this ad for a MAGA hat. But don't worry about getting spammed. The entire event map on the website is broken because whoever coded it pushed a type error into production. Not to get into the nitty-gritty of the coding, but this is insanely simple and stupid. Now, people were tired, and it was getting pretty hot at this point. So I bought some overpriced $5 water bottles and played Hydrate for America.
All right, sir, for a water, can you name an amendment other than the first, second, or fifth? What's the number? What's in it?
First, second, fifth, I have no idea.
Any of them. Third, fourth, 6, 7,
No,
8, 9.
None of them.
10.
No, I'll only remember the ones that matter.
Okay, right on.
Oh no, I'm done.
Any amendment?
No, I'm having a... Okay, not the first, not the second.
Not the fifth.
Okay, and what about the one that they can go into your house?
Okay, all right, you're close. Wait, which number?
Isn't that like the 6?
That was close.
First, second, or fifth, I have the right to remain silent.
That's the fifth, sorry.
Yeah.
You can do it. I'll give you another try, though.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I don't know them all either. That's why I've got my Constitution.
I would say, isn't the Third Amendment?
Third Amendment.
Quartering soldiers?
Oh, it is, sir.
Yeah.
Drink up.
You
earned it.
Fourth Amendment.
What's the Fourth Amendment?
Can I just tell you what it is? Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can't just come in like to your home without like warrants and stuff like that. Like if you homeschool,
You got it. You already won. You
Yeah.
can keep going. Hell yeah. Searches and
if you
seizures.
homeschool,
I thought this last one was funny because the reason this woman knew about the Fourth Amendment was that so she could exercise it when removing her children from public school and giving them a good MAGA education.
it's good to be part of like the HSLDA because they're the lawyers for homeschool families. They will protect you if they try to come into your home
Okay.
without a warrant.
All right, we got an educated one
Yeah.
here. Right on. Thank you.
Full disclosure, there were a couple people who looked like they were genuinely dying of heat exhaustion, and I didn't ask them to play or film them. I just gave them free water. So after 4 hours of waiting, we finally got into the buses. But how could we if it was at capacity? Well, as people leave on buses, more people can come in. You heard that right. Tons of people were leaving the rally before Trump had spoken. But everyone just seemed excited to finally be on the way. And of course, I had to take advantage of the energy.
Yeah! Trump! USA! 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 USA!
Everyone is listening to the Trump speech on their phone, and I'm getting surround sound. Trump right now. Just Trump from every angle.
As you can see, Comrade Kamala wasn't kidding about people leaving. Apparently, some of them had been there all day, and by the time Trump was actually talking, they were too exhausted to stick around for, the entire reason to be there. By the way, if they do get exhausted, there's plenty of taco trucks to keep you fed.
Do you like tacos?
I love tacos.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do very much.
Would you still support Donald Trump if there were no more tacos?
I would.
So you would be fine tacos not over Trump, Trump over tacos?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
2 fries and 2 tacos cost $80, so props to the Mexicans for hustling the Trump supporters. And what would a Trump rally be without all of my favorite merch? Starting off, my favorite photo from that day, a golden Trump necklace worn by exactly the kind of person you would expect to wear one. These fridge magnets are nothing we haven't seen before, but it's worth noting that they are 100% made in America by Americans for Americans. There were countless t-shirts to trigger the libs. For the wealthier Trump supporters, there's the Trump Uchi store, and as per the last debate, plenty of cats. All of this merch was just lying on tables, and according to some of the vendors, there's a lot of shoplifting. So much for the party of law and order. Now, this time I didn't buy anything because I didn't want to fund the campaign. And for all you complainers, I donated to the Dems to offset my last trip. But someone did give me free Trump earrings. Pretty well made, except the hole's not in the ear for some reason. And if you go on her website, she also sells trans pride earrings.
I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top.
This rally was also handing out copies of The Great Controversy, as well as a book from a Japanese author detailing how Trump is the reincarnation of George Washington, including a real interview with the spirit of George Washington. And for anybody that didn't get handed a book, you could also find them on top of the trash. Once again, Trump's speech was probably the least interesting thing there, though it was surreal to see him in person, and yeah, he's still pretty funny.
I said, yes, they will, 100%. He said no, I said yes, he said no, I said yes. And I said,
There were a couple things worth talking about, though. The first is this military video he played. In this video, Trump complains about the woke military, taking a shot at drag performers, LGBT members, and comparing them to a 1970s anti-war Stanley Kubrick movie.
let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit, you didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face.
Yeah, I don't know if the irony is totally lost on the people that made this, but the point of the movie was that war and the military was bad. This badass military drill sergeant gets shot because he mentally and physically abused a guy into insanity. And the main character becomes an unfeeling, unempathetic kill machine after he murders this 16-year-old sniper. For fuck's sake, the movie is literally based on an essay called Full Metal Jacket: The Unraveling of the Patriarchy. It doesn't get more woke than that. And they literally did drag in World War II. You're idealizing a fictional past military that doesn't even align with reality. The other thing of note was the songs that played Trump off. Right after his manly man speech about how woke and dainty the left is, he played 2 of the gayest songs of all time, YMCA and Macho Man by the Village People, who, like many others, have given Trump a cease and desist. You may have heard what a show it was leaving this rally, and all of those stories were true.
Rally goers posted on X about crowds of people being unable to catch shuttle buses back to their cars parked in lots about 5 miles away.
Thousands of people were funneled into the entrance, shoulder to shoulder, and weren't able to get on the buses back to the parking lots. Supporters from all walks of life, but especially the old and disabled, were stranded for hours in the desert. According to one of the drivers, they were told that the buses back would stop at 2 p.m., which of course wasn't the case. And that, combined with traffic, overbooking, poor short-term planning by the Trump campaign, and lots of angry, fired-up Trump supporters, made for a perfect storm.
A local bus driver is now speaking out after he says he was attacked after the Donald Trump rally over the weekend.
Rather than wait around for 4 hours and commit crimes, we chose to walk an hour and a half back to the parking lots. But like I said, not everyone there was capable. It's just really sad that these people throw their days away, and sometimes their well-being, just to see Trump, and in return, he doesn't properly take care of them. No matter how crazy these rallies are, how many ostensibly insane people I talk to, it's important to remember that these are people who laugh and have fun, who drink water and die of heat exhaustion, just like me and you. And while we might have some major disagreements, we all want what's best for ourselves and our country, except for you!
Get him the hell out of here, will you please? Get him out of here. Throw him out.
Thanks to all my Patreon subscribers, and especially my premium supporter, Nipple Fisting. Click the Patreon link if you want to help me make more stuff. Liking and subscribing helps a ton too. And don't forget to type 1 to end the deep state.